What's up core gamers, it's TJ Core again. As you may notice in my last video, I like the free-to-play game FIFA World. With the Ultimate Team mode, it has an addicting game mechanics, and to squeeze in the FIFA 13 gameplay was absolutely the right choice. But there are some flaws about it, where I can throw my controller out of the window! Yeah, I can be that angry while playing. So what are the top 10 things that FIFA World has or not has that wanna let me someone punch in the face over and over again? Let's find out. Number 10. Applying contracts takes forever. As you all know, you have to use contracts in FIFA Ultimate Team mode to be able to play games with your team. Every player in your squad and on the bench must have some contract points left, even the manager. Otherwise you are not allowed to play. It's a good feature to give you a reason to spend your coins on packs other than getting new players. Without that feature, you could just play with a full bronze team and giving a shit about spending any coins on packs. But why does it take so fucking long to apply a contract on a player sometimes? Well, I'll tell you why. Because EA wants to save as much cost as possible for the server infrastructure. So the servers are overloaded, especially on rush hour. Bad EA. Bad. Number 9. FIFA Points. In my last video I just mentioned the FIFA Points. They exist in FIFA 15 as well as in FIFA World. With these points you can buy packs instead of using your in-game coins. Premium Gold Pack? No problem. You can spend 7,500 coins or just 150 tiny FIFA points. For $15 or euro for the European guys, it's the same price. You get 2,400 FIFA points. But this is just the special price. The regular price is $25. So how many real dollars for a gold pack, you might ask? Let me think about it. So, okay, then yes, $1.56. In my opinion, that's a lot of money for just 12 digital cards, and at least 3 times more expensive than at your local coin seller. But at least it's legal. I don't know if it's really necessary to let people spend hundreds of dollars in an already full-price game like FIFA 15, giving them an unfair advantage over players who don't have the time or money, or both. But FIFA World, on the other side, is a free-to-play game. You can play it without spending any money if you want to and be happy with it. In this case, well, let's not bash EA for doing what they do in FIFA World. I think that it's legit, but of course they should control the people's spending behavior so that they don't burn all their hard-earned money. Because as I can tell on YouTube, pack opening seems to be really addictive. What the hell? Number 8. Music. This is another point from my last video. It's not like that mediocre elevator music is getting on my nerves, but what I try to say is that this music is getting on my nerves after playing 100 hours of this game. Cause if you have only 1 or 2 songs for the whole game without giving any variety, don't include them in the first place. Number 7. Players disappearing after relegation. This is a problem only concerning the Ultimate Team mode of FIFA World. It doesn't appear in FIFA 15 Ultimate Team mode. And maybe you did not notice yet, but some of your player cards could disappear. You might ask, what? Who? When? And why? Shall I call the FBI? What is happening? Okay, if you played FIFA World since mid of 2014, you noticed that with the new season of 2014, FIFA World got a huge update with all new player cards who look a slightly bit different because they have another color scheme. So far, so good. In real life, after that season, some teams were relegated. For example, in German Bundesliga. Some teams got relegated in the second Bundesliga. Okay, that's no problem. And some teams got relegated in the third German division. And here we are. EA has only the license for the first and second Bundesliga. So if you had a player from the teams Dynamo Dresden or NEG Cottbus who got relegated last season in Germany from second to third division, well, bad luck, the players are gone. The same logic takes effect on every other league where EA has no rights for. This can be especially severe when you had an informed player from a relegated club. Finally I've got my Dynamo Dresden squad together. It took me so long to... Wait, what was it? Where's my player? What? Hey, what? No! Why? Why, EA? Why? Maybe it's possible that such players go in a teamless club that could get big after a while, of course. So to prevent abuse with a team full of teamless players gives them always zero chemistry, even with each other. I think this could be a fair solution for this problem. Number 6. Transfer list cap. Why the fuck has FIFA World a cap of 30 players on the transfer market? In my opinion, this is far too little. In FIFA 15 you can upgrade your transfer list to at least 80, I don't know. But in FIFA World, when I have an unassigned player and already 30 players on my transfer list, well, your transfer list is for a reduced number of items, and fuck you, EA. This doesn't make any sense since FIFA 15 shows how it goes right. This only leads to people who have multiple accounts because they have expensive players that don't trade that fast for a fair price, but they want to trade more. Give them a chance, man! Number 5. Server downtimes. I know FIFA World is a free-to-play game, and EA gives a small team around it not that budget that FIFA 15 has. But the constant maintenance is just unacceptable. During the Easter weekend, the server were not working for 3 whole days. On the fucking Easter weekend, where everyone wants to play after being bored to death by the relatives and eating cake. Like EA is doing this on purpose. I just don't get it. Buy better servers if you want more people to play your game. Number 4. Hackers. Okay, this is a point that makes me wanna kill somebody. Actually, it would be on first or second place, but let me make this clear. The topic is things I hate about the game, not about other people. Most of multiplayer games have problems with hackers, especially in a competition-based game against other human players. FIFA World is no exception. I don't want to blame the developers for a game that can be hacked by other people, but I can blame them for doing absolutely nothing against it. There are players out there that played over 1000 games but have only a 3% completion rate because they use a shitty Bronx team, go into the match and just abort it before kick-off, or let you score at least 1 goal and then abort. In the first case, this somehow gets them a win, and on your side the game isn't rated at all, and you earn 50 coins and all your players have 1 contract less. Bravo, EA. Bravo. How about an in-game report button to prevent these idiots to ever play this game again with their Origin account? No, that would be too easy. What I can only do is reporting their Origin accounts on their respective Origin player page and issue a general accusation of fraud. I think you want your game being played, EA, right? Other companies like Valve show how cheaters should be treated, so do something! Number 3. Pace. Because FIFA World is using the gameplay of FIFA 13, pacey players are just as strong as 2 years ago before pace was a bit weakened with a more difficult ball control in FIFA 14. But in my opinion, pace is still too strong even in FIFA 15. Yes, very good players will beat newbies with a pacey team anyway. But if you are in the higher divisions of FIFA World and you don't want to be overrun by a bunch of super athletes, then you have to take care of the pace rating while assembling your team. I use a pace team too, because I suck. For example, Per Mertesacker from Arsenal London. He's a decent player and has an overall rating of 83. But nobody will ever use him because with 34 pace, he is slow like a fucking turtle. The consequence is that you will always play against the same teams like Ibabo, Tevez and Biabini for Serie A teams. Number 2. Matchmaking. The last point leads directly to the matchmaking. I could use other teams in my pace team if I wouldn't be forced to play in a season-based mode, where I naturally play against opponents who are in the same division like me. I remember the good old times with FIFA 12. It was like yesterday. There was the possibility to play friendly games, and the matchmaking in the game tried to connect with a player whose team had about the same star rating as mine. Perfect! Why not including friendly games with this matchmaking in FIFA World, in addition to the regular season mode? I don't understand. Number 1. Momentum. I know from endless discussion with other players that some people think the momentum doesn't exist, that it's just bad luck or connection problems or rips of the space-time continuum. I don't know, but I will show you how fucking wrong you are. So the momentum, or some players say scripted gameplay, is what EA describes as match intensity. It is the effect that it seems that sometimes the ball won't go in, regardless of how hard and often you try. And then in the next match it seems that the goals will just score themselves without you doing anything special. It will change sides multiple times even during one match, depending on the current score and time. Your AI teammates will act stupidly and the ball will always bounce off right to the feet of your opponent. Of course, most people will naturally notice the momentum when it turns against them, because when you score goals, it's always skill, right? No! It is always a mix between the momentum and your own skill. That is what makes the game unpredictable and EA would say exciting. But for me and many people, it is just unfair. So why did EA include the momentum in the first place? Because money, and fuck esports. With the momentum, even the worst FIFA player on earth will sometimes win a match, or at least score a few goals. So we won't quit playing because of being constantly kicked in the ass by other players. But this also prevents them from quick improvement of skills, because only skill beats skill. Of course you can be lucky sometimes, but only when you're lucky and not if the game wants you to be lucky. EA seems to use this in other games too, like the rubber band AI on Need for Speed, which lets the opponent wait if you're on the last place or ridiculously catch up if you dare to be 10 seconds ahead. But this is just the AI, not a human opponent. In multiplayer the game doesn't slow you down because your opponent sucks, but it's exactly what you get in FIFA. I dare you, don't go to the EA message board now and ask if they can turn the momentum off. They will deny its existence, close the topic and ban your account in their boards.
Denied.
In the end I can say, don't get angry and smash your controller into pieces, because sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. That's it for the top 10 things I hate about FIFA World. Thanks for watching and see you guys in the next FIFA World video. Oh, what the... Fuck you, EA! I'm gonna play GTA 5 now. Fuck this shit.